Hey guys, so I'm going to say something very controversial and I'm going to get a lot of backlash for it also. But I don't care, like always. So here it goes. I don't think you need to watch movies to make movies. There, I said it. I mean, and trust me, guys, I used to be a huge cinephile. I used to watch a lot of movies, even the flop ones, like I've seen all the greats, classics, all the best of the best filmmakers internationally, India Wale. Uh, every Friday, I used to be at the theaters watching a movie or two. And after a point, I realized, of course there's a phase where there's a phase that you have to go through where you watch all the movies and you figure out the craft, the grammar, the technicalities of watching a film and making a film. But once you've gone past that, I think you don't need to watch as many films. I'll tell you why I believe so, and there are a few reasons behind it. Firstly, I've spoken to some of the senior writers I know and I admire. Uh, they've stopped watching movies. They're not going out in the theater. Also, the general quality of movies have been quite bad in the past few years. This month has been still great. Last 2 months have been great, but otherwise the films have been quite bad. But yeah, those guys are not watching movies because they're working a lot. Firstly, they don't get the time, and the only movies that they're interested in watching are the ones that can help them create a better world in their stories. So most of the movies that they watch are great references that are recommended to them by producers, friends, whatever, so that it can enhance the quality of their work. They only watch movies when it's highly recommended, when four people have come and told them that this is the movie that you need to watch. That's the only time you find them in the theaters. Otherwise, you're not going to see them. uh, so another reason why I think you don't have to watch movies to be able to make great movies, and a lot of people find this reason very stupid, but I completely believe in it. I, uh, a lot of filmmakers who joined this industry, especially falling in love with films growing up, they tend to get very impressionable, very influenced uh, by the films that they've watched, and they also tend to gravitate towards making the films that they've grown up watching. And somewhere I feel deep down it kills their individuality, it kills their uniqueness as a filmmaker, it kills their unique voice, which could have been great. Unless you can dissociate well, that these are the kind of films I love, but this is my unique life, this is my unique ways, and I'm going to make the films that i I lived. And but that's very difficult for people to do. uh, I truly believe that if you live your life honestly, if you're a good human being, and if you have a certain level of empathy, some emotional quotient, uh, you can be a great filmmaker. You can tell stories that actually matter. You don't have to watch any movies. I mean, you can watch movies for the technical bit of it to understand how movies are made. But apart from that, if you really want to tell a great story with conviction, I think these are the essential elements that you need as an individual, as a human being, and you need to live a life of a certain way to be able to pull that off. If you're not living a life of honesty, I don't think you'll be a great filmmaker. I mean, you could do commercial stuff, you could do stuff that is, that sells, but that's not going to help you stand out. I think to be able to make great movies which talk about the society at large and manage to capture the milieu of whatever time they're talking about, you need more of a journalistic bent, as compared to just having knowledge of watching films and just knowing a lot of filmmakers, directors, and the technical bits of it. I think you need to be more of a journalist than a filmmaker when you're telling stories that 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 are unique and that capture a certain milieu. And now having a journalistic bent means that you need to read a lot about topics that are not films, and you need to know about people at large, how what's happening in the society, and what are the new trends that are coming up that are going to last for very long. And this doesn't have anything to do with films. It's a different world altogether. I mean, you look at I think Christopher Nolan is a great example of this. He's made such original films. Of course, he's taken references from here and there, but those are just shots basically. But his narrative, his grammar, his storytelling is so original, so authentic, and I don't think he goes out to watch movies to get inspired and influenced. The latest movie that he's trying to make, Odyssey. I don't think it can come from a person who's a cinephile and who's loved a lot of movies, and because of his inspiration he's come up with this thing. Odyssey is a classic. It's a Western classic, and it I don't think anyone has ever touched it. On top of that, he The dude has invented a camera, an IMAX camera. Like, he's invented a new camera. Can you imagine a vision so big that you have to invent a camera for it? That's the kind of originality I'm talking about. This kind of originality won't come by watching films, getting inspired, getting influenced, and behaving like a film nerd who knows more about films, and that automatically uh, makes them think that they're a better filmmaker. There's a whole different side to filmmaking that people don't even touch, because it doesn't have a lot to do with filmmaking. And that's the truth that not many people realize.